Well, it's probably because I was muted, but hey, welcome in. Sorry. Um, Been a while since I've streamed anything. I figured tonight, since I had the time, and pardon my fan in the background. Again, my room is a furnace, so I have to have it on. So I'm hoping, it's not too bad or annoying. And hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better now. I'll try to turn myself up just a little bit louder. So yeah. But yeah, I'm just kind of streaming, chilling. It's been a while since I've done anything. So yeah. I guess nice to see you, Ritsaw. Welcome in. Hello, Brittle, and hello, Grievous. Welcome in, everybody. Or Brindle? Brindle? I can never pronounce her name right. She never really stays long, but welcome in. Tonight I'm just kind of working on some fan art, as you guys can see. I thought about doing the gaming stream, but I figured tonight I would try my hand at just chilling and working, because I've kind of not really felt the best lately. I've been kind of busy with a lot of personal projects, but also just health issues. And plus, it's just been it's just been a lot of stuff. I'm trying not to draw too much because I did hurt my hand today. I'm trying to take it easy on my hand. It's not too bad now, it's just more bruised. But I caught it in a door earlier. So I'm kind of like trying to not do too much with it, but I'm like, eh. But hopefully everybody's having a good night, or whatever it is for you guys in the world, and gals. It has been a while. And if you guys are curious about the little VTuber thing, just ignore it. It's mainly just a part of the app itself that I'm used to stream. It's a big reason why the logo for Prism Live is still on there, because they've kind of messed some stuff up, and I don't know how to fix it. And I want to try to upgrade my setup at some point, but because I don't have a computer, it makes certain things for me. You should use Streamlabs. It's free, but I use it, but I can record with it. I know Streamlabs is a thing. I just the main issue is not having a computer, and only recently has this channel gained the ability to be monetizable, but I just can't really fool with that stuff at the moment. And also, if I had a computer, it would actually be awesome for me, because there's some stuff that I want to do that I can actually use, like certain things for some upcoming projects and stuff like that. Also, Grievous, welcome in. Also, I'm not mad at you, by the way. I'm like, people are free to leave or join the Discord at their leisure. I just was very confused. We should collab soon. I guess maybe we could. Like, I'm not gonna get upset about that. The only thing that really was weird about the whole thing was kind of just, I got confused because when I kind of pointed out something, you just put no and then blocked me, I guess. So I was like, what the hell did I do? So I was just, so that's that whole thing. But you're good. by the way. Nope, nothing. But on the collab front, maybe. I know that there's a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to get done and work on. And also I was trying to get a friend of mine to help me with some things. Because there is a project that I'm working on for Resident Evil 3 Remake. I have a rewrite planned. I want to not just use art in the video and slight animation stuff. I actually thought about, like, mixing together, like, gameplay from the actual remake itself, and also kind of, like, I wouldn't call it, like, stop motion, but basically fool with some scene, like, get, like, if I could fool with Gmod to a point where I would want to, I basically would have to edit around some things, but basically have the map of the RPD or have certain places from Resident Evil 3, you know, scene-wise, at least the remake, and basically I could have, I can fool around with stuff, like, if it's possible to, like, mess around with certain things, like Jill's apartment building, the RPD, stuff like that. So have, like, certain things be placed and then, like, set the tone, like having lighting and fooling around with that, really advanced stuff, like treating it almost like photo mode, but not completely, where I kind of could modify, if I had access to it, certain things, and stuff like that. Also, if you guys are curious what I'm working on, if you guys haven't already seen the short, it's both on this channel and on my art-only channel. It's the only time I'm going to be doing this time this week, but because I want to try to stick my art stuff that I'm working on strictly on my art-only channel. But basically, as you can probably tell, I'm working on a small little fan art just for fun of Heath Ledger's Joker. Mainly just because, like, I've been wanting to branch out, do some different characters, stuff that I haven't ever drawn before. And stuff like that. And on the front of collabing with people, I don't have anything against doing that. Like, part of the reason why the Devil May Cry walkthrough series is still a work in progress is because, like, the people, like, when it comes to collabing, it just is, like, it depends on somebody's schedule, it depends on certain things. If, like, especially with, like, if it's a walkthrough or something, I want to try to make sure if I'm doing a thumbnail for it, if it needs to be drawn, I have the time to get it just right. It's a big reason why the walkthrough for part 2 has been taking so long, and that's because the process of drawing anything usually takes me a very long time, which kind of sucks. Because you guys can tell, like, it's just a lot of work of, like, layering, inking, coloring, as I'm doing now, slight shading, stuff like that. But also, how is, everybody in the chat's day going, or night, or whatever it is for you guys in the world? Do you have a pain in the town red? Huh? Do you mean paint the town red? Like a Alice type reference? Or do you have, like, or you mean like paint in a certain bit? If you're referring to my hand, it's like paint the town red. Do I have Paint the Town Red? If it's a game that's for PlayStation or something like that, I've never heard of it, so I don't know. It's on Steam. It's a Steam game. Then the answer is no. Again, because I don't have a computer certain things for me are a lot harder. If I had a laptop or a computer, then it'd be great. But again, since I don't, I wouldn't even know about that. Because a lot of the stuff I have access to is mainly on console. Which I wish I did have some other stuff, like a computer. But the thing is that I don't. I'm hoping to eventually fool with the revenue side of the channel, so this way, like, I can start making a little bit of cash, and maybe I might try to set up like something that's specifically for this channel when it comes to I'm guessing Grievous left, but like some type of way of like special perks or something, at least for this one right now. But I don't know. The main thing would be having to set all that stuff up right now and actually get money, and I'm not really. I don't really want to. I don't have a way to fool with all that. If I had a Steam account, and if I had a computer, then I probably would see that game that you're talking about, but I don't have any of that, so yeah. Plus, the first thing I think I would download just to fool around with it and see what I can mess around with to get a good look at stuff, and that is Gmod. Because the Resident Evil 3 rewrite project, I never let go of it. The biggest thing sometimes people will say is like, oh, I have this great idea for a project, and they just let, like, somebody could also help them with it, and they just eventually never get it done, or they just, like, they get bored with it, and then all hours worth of stuff gets just left out or goes down the drain. I don't really work that way. I personally love sometimes I'll put stuff on hold, sure, but I would never ever let anything go. Like, if there's a project that I feel like I want to do, even if it's super ambitious, I'm never gonna outright let it go, because I feel like the moment you do that, I feel like somebody would come up and snatch that idea up, and then, whatever. Plus, I feel like for me, this is one of those ambitious projects that would have voice acting, which I do think I have a replacement for Jill, a friend of mine. She, depending on her schedule, she did say that, she might be able to do a couple lines, and I'm going to try to see if we can work together. I'm going to work with her. And then I know that with Gmod, the one thing that I wasn't sure if this is a thing you can do. Now, this is me, spitballing here. But I know that the RE3 remake models are in the game, obviously, because it's made for Steam, it's made for computer, whatever. The one thing that I wanted to do was be able to modify said models, or certain ones. I'll send you a Gmod screenshot in a bit. Alright. This is one thing I wanted to do, at least for the project, for certain things. Obviously, because I wanted to have like a mixture of certain things to tell a scene, because I didn't want to rely completely on images. I wanted to also have like some type of way of like showing stuff. So when it comes to Nemesis, I know that a lot of people hate the remake's design of him, and I thought, okay, is there a way of taking the model itself in Gmod and modifying it a little bit? Where certain, like, basically there's an image, like, there's like fan concepts for Nemesis, like a redesign of him, And there's one where he has this little brace over his face. Do you prefer Jason Todd or Dick Grayson? That's unrelated to the subject, but I don't really have a preference because I like both characters in their own right. Both are distinct and unique from one another. So yeah, I like them both. Can't really say, I'm not going to pick one or the other because both are pretty cool. But returning back to what I was saying, I know that I would want to be able to modify a model to add something to it. Even if it's like, if I prop them in place, like I know that you could like maybe add like some type of cosmetic bit to a model, like take something that's cosmetically a part of something else, change it a little bit and modify it and then add it to something. I don't know if that's something you can do. Probably you would have to, like, I would have to be like some type of technical genius and then go into Blender or something if I had a computer and do it that way, which I don't know how to do and I don't want to fool with. But I figured, you know, that is something that I thought about because I think if I can pull it up here, hold on. Let's say I'm gonna minimize this real quick. Hold on. Well, I gotta go. I'll catch you later. Alright, never mind. I'll probably just pull it up later after stream. But, see ya. Hopefully, you know, some people put some likes on the stream. I know no one's going to, but it's alright. But, basically, what I had in mind with some things, more ambitious projects. I'm gonna obviously have to rely on some animation, art, custom images, to do some of these. Mainly just standalone projects and ideas that I feel like could do really good. I don't know. Actually, give me just a second. I'm gonna put on screensaver for a second. I want to check something. Just really quickly. Just give me just a minute. That's weird. Uh-oh. Ah! Damn it. Hold on. I'm just trying to figure something out real quick. Okay. Well, that's something. Give me just a second. Hold on. I don't know. There's one where he has like some type of mask. I wanted to pull from that, but I I can't find the design, which annoys the crap out of me, which I don't understand why that happens. Hold on, let me turn off screensaver. Hopefully it works. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this works. But yeah, I was gonna try to pull it up on stream, but I couldn't find the design, but whatever. Let's see. Try to add like a little bit of roughness and like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to do the little scarring on his lips and not make it look too odd. Because I didn't want it to look too red. I know not many people are going to watch over here, so I'm only streaming over here for like maybe a little bit, and then I'm just gonna move over to Twitch. Mainly just because like I don't like streaming over here too much anymore. One, because it's pointless, you know, obviously. But two, I just kinda, I don't know, I like drawing, I like doing this, you know, live. But the thing is, for me, I don't know. I do like streaming on Twitch. The only thing is that it gets really silent really fast, just like over here. And then I'll have to deal with the bots, which that's another thing. I don't know what it is about streaming, but it's like, it's fun to do sometimes, but other times it just feels like, why am I doing this? You know, why am I doing this? There's no point to this. And I feel like that's a main benefactor in that is just kind of like engagement, which I'm trying to be better about, but it's also kind of one of those things where I could make things as engaging as I can, and it's gonna get boring very fast. Regardless, because nobody cares. That's the sucky part about all this, is that I'm trying to do certain things and trying to mess around with stuff, and then like you can do all that and then like it'll just fall right on your face. Trying to add as like many layers to the mouth if I can, where I can eventually go in and add the redness to make it a little bit more vibrant. I might try to just port the stream over to Twitch for a while, here in a bit. Mainly just because I know, like, even if I'm streaming on Twitch, I can just stream in silence and it will not matter. Because, like, the only thing I'll have to deal with is the bots. Like, really, that's, like, the really only thing that I have to put up with is the stupid bots. And honestly, it's just boring. So I think what I'll do is, here in just a little bit, around maybe the 31-minute mark, I might just go and quit streaming here and just go over to Twitch and do some stuff over there. Mainly just because I don't know, it's just been hard to really stream and get some engagement and really have fun sometimes, because I feel like if I do stream over here, it gets incredibly kind of because probably when I stream does play a factor. But it's also one of those things where it even if that wasn't the case, I do feel like it's one of those things where you know, shoot. Let's see, what is it? It just hit the 30 mark. I'll go for a little bit longer, but yeah, I'm gonna port over to Twitch. One, because it just gets very boring over here. And not that it doesn't get boring on Twitch, but at least if I mute myself over there, it's not gonna matter because nobody's even gonna be over there anyways. At least over here, if I mute myself for more than 5 seconds, I'll get crap for it. Which I can understand, but still. I'm just trying to get better about it. But yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just port it over to Twitch, so. Yes.